Hi everyone, this is Talene Murderosians. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I wanted to share with my future home sellers 10 tips that will help them net the most money for their homes when they're ready to list their properties for sale. So the number one tip I can give any home seller is to accurately price your home. So as a listing agent, I always provide my sellers with what's called a CMA, a comparative market analysis, which tells the sellers exactly what's happening in their neighborhood. So it tells them what's sold within the last 6 months, all the active properties that are for sale, properties that are currently pending, which means they're already in escrow, properties that are on hold or withdrawn, and also properties that have expired, which means they have not sold within their listing period. Once we analyze the data together, I typically recommend either being right at market value or a little bit below market value to create a little excitement, a buzz for the property, to ultimately get multiple offers for the property, create some competition, which will drive up the price, and ultimately net my sellers the most money for their homes. Now, on the opposite side, if you decide to list your property too high, what ends up happening is it doesn't create any excitement. The property kind of just sits on the market, it becomes stale, and then buyers start to think there's something wrong with the property. And ultimately, in order to get it sold, you have to take heavy discounts. So that's something you definitely don't want to do. Tip number 2, you want to declutter, depersonalize, and professionally clean your home. So decluttering means, removing half your furniture, making sure that your closets are half empty. I recommend an outside storage unit to, place all of these additional belongings. Depersonalization means, getting rid of family photos in the home so that the buyers can envision themselves in the home. You also want to professionally clean your home so it looks really fresh for the buyers. Tip number 3, you want to make minor repairs and replace anything that's broken or old or dirty. Maybe replacing old fixtures, maybe some doorknobs that are rusty. If you haven't painted for a while, consider a fresh coat of paint to give it, that fresh new look. If your carpets are really dirty or your flooring are really damaged, you may want to consider replacing it. You don't have to replace it with really expensive flooring, but something that's just updated and fresh and new. So another thing to consider is the outside appeal of your home, which is called the curb appeal. So typically the very first picture in the listing is a picture of the exterior of the home. So if the buyers don't like that picture, they usually don't look further in the additional photos. So we want to make sure that that picture is really appealing. So maybe painting the front door, making sure that the grass is green, maybe putting in some fresh flowers. Just make the outside of the home as appealing as possible. Tip number 4 is to add additional lighting in order to brighten up the space. Tip number 5, if you can, I would highly recommend professionally staging the home. Homes that are staged typically sell up to 80% faster, and they net 6 to 20% more in the net price of the property. So it is definitely worthwhile, especially if the property is vacant or if you have really outdated furniture. So that is something to highly consider. Tip number 6, be very flexible with showings and also open house times. You want to make it as easy as possible for the buyers to get in the home, look at it, fall in love with it, and write an offer for your property. So if you're very restrictive on when they can see the property and it makes it inconvenient for them, they're just going to skip it. So I highly recommend, removing your valuables, allowing your agent to put a lockbox on the property, and just being really flexible. Even if you're by appointment only, that's okay. Just make sure that you're very accommodating. Tip number 7, you need to insist that your realtor is using professional photography and videography. So in this day and age, it's really, to me, it's the bare minimum to use professional services. So make sure you hire a realtor that also understands that that's very important, because the way your home is presented is through the photos and the videos. And if buyers are not attracted to the photos, they're never going to even come to see your home. Tip number 8, you want to check the accuracy of your listing. So number 1, whatever description the realtor writes on your behalf, you want to verify that it's all accurate. And you also want to double check, bedroom counts, bathroom counts, square footage. Does it match with what you think you have? So for example, if you have a 3-bedroom and the assessor says you have a 1-bedroom, and you have a legal 3-bedroom home, you want to go to the assessor's office and get that really cleared up. If it is something that is a discrepancy that can't be cleared up, you definitely want to make sure that your realtor notes it in the private agent remarks and also that you disclose it to the buyer. Tip number 9, you want to respond promptly to offers that come in. So I see this happen a lot of times where a seller, lists the property, they get an offer within the first few days and it's a good offer, but the seller decides, I think I want to wait, maybe there's better offers that are coming in. And, typically your best time, the prime time of getting the best offers is within the first week of listing a property. So a lot of times when you make a buyer wait, they get frustrated and upset and they actually, decide to move on to a different property. So you want to be very respectful of the buyer's time. You either want to counter them back or you at least want to respond. If your property is a hot property and you're going to get multiple offers, you want to let them know when you'll be responding. For example, having your agent tell them, we're going to respond to all offers on Monday or within 48 hours. You want to, again, be as respectful as possible so that they don't get frustrated and walk away. And tip number 10, you want to pick a reputable, competent, and honest realtor who's going to represent your best interest. I hope you found this video valuable. My goal is always to bring value to you, my clients, and to, hopefully be your realtor of choice. So if you have any real estate needs or questions, if you're thinking about selling or buying, or you simply have a question, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can either private message me, text me, email me, or better yet, give me a call. I would love to speak with you to see truly if a move really makes sense for you. If it doesn't make sense, I'll let you know that. So you'll get my honest feedback of, what my recommendations are. And of course, if you do decide to buy or sell, it would be my absolute honor to serve you and any of your family and friends. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to share this video. I'd greatly appreciate that. And I look forward to serving you in the very near future. Have a blessed day, everyone.